Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Glenn Giordano here again on the drum mission, another drum mission instructional. And this is either video 3, 4, or 5, I'm not sure. I had some downtime, as I said, in the last 2 weeks of the year of 2022. And I had a car go kablooey, and so when I couldn't go anywhere, I just decided to make a lot of videos. And I threw all the information in the computer, and I'm sort of going through editing them, but I don't do things in order necessarily. I do them as I kind of feel, that's a good one, let's do that one next, that kind of thing. Right, so anyway, this one is about vocabulary. And why? Because during my little downtime, I watched a lot of drum videos for a lot of reasons. Some of it's just to get inspired of stuff like, oh, that's kind of cool, let me work that out. And some of it, I want to see what a lot of the other guys are teaching, because maybe I'm going to get on that bandwagon. And I'm getting on this bandwagon because some of the ways I saw them teaching this was totally missing the point of what they were trying to do. So vocabulary, they said it all over, and with the word vocabulary, they said the word fluidity, flowing on the drums. And what they were trying to do was teach you many ways to do certain licks that you could pull out anytime you want. And that is not fluidity. And this one guy, good player, this guy, I'm not going to say his name because you might, whatever, good player. I watched his videos and I have learned from him. But in this case, he had zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, and 9 steps. One lick, 9 steps, and he said it several times that you have to be willing to do this in ways that doesn't necessarily sound good to develop fluidity. No. First of all, I don't know if you have that kind of time. I don't. To practice one lick for 4 hours, 90 different ways. And that's not what fluidity is. Here's the idea. It's vocabulary. It's just like speaking. I hear the thought that I want to say. I have the thought that I want to say, and then I say it. I don't need time to put together the sentence in my mind. All right, I'm going to need a dangling participle, and I'm going to need a predicate, I'm going to need a subject. I don't need that. I think it, and I say it. So fluidity on the drums is to hear it, and then to do it. To hear it, and then to do it. And what was good about what he was teaching, and a couple of other guys too, that I watched, is they were teaching, and I understand what they're trying to do. There was a technique that they were doing that was in the lick they were showing, but the way they mapped it out, I mean, one guy, he had these, I crumpled this up, right, so that's why it's wrinkled, but this A, B, A, right, this is just all these ways to do a couple of these licks. And even though he's trying to, and he's a really good teacher, he's one of my favorites, that guy. Even though you're trying to get over that, okay, there's a technique in here that you want to get good at, you're getting it good by learning these 10 licks. And in my mind, if you want good fluidity, get good at the technique. And then I have a way. And then you need to get that technique available to you like that, so that you hear it in your head and your hands immediately do what they're hearing without any fuss. So yeah, there needs to be, like those AABA things, there needs to be some randomness in what you're doing, but you need to be able to hear it and then do it. this syncopation book we're going to work with today, and I'm going to teach you vocabulary. I am going to show you one of the things that is on that chart. This cymbal triplet snare thing that was on the page that I downloaded from this particular teacher. And by the way, he's also a really good player. Much better player than me. Much better player than me. But I don't think he's showing what he needs to show. So this book has several pages in it, 34 to, I don't know, I think like 41 or 42, that you can do many, many, many different ways. Because, so if you don't read, get with me. Get with me, get with me. Email me, call me. And 4 lessons. 4 lessons I'll have you reading, man. 4 lessons I'll have you reading. Am I going to charge you? Yes. But you'll learn to read. And why does reading help you with fluidity? Because and the figures that are in here that we're going to go over today are figures that you see on any cruise ship, on any Broadway play, anything like that. Any charts that you read, you're going to see these figures. But what happens is the brain connection. You see the figure, then you hear what you want it to sound like, what you want to do, and how you want to play that figure, and then you do it. See, hear, do. See, hear, do. And then when you get really good at this, I hear it and I see the notes, even though I don't have notes in front of me when I'm improvising, I hear it, I see it, and I do it. Now, I'm human. Do I screw it up? Yeah. And sometimes do I hear something that my hands go, not now. Yeah. And then I go home and I work on it. So we're going to take the one idea he had, and I'm going to show you a way that once you get it, and you run through these pages a few times, like 34 to 40, you're going to have so much fluidity. You're going to be overflowing with fluidity. Anyway, let's hit the drum lab. To the drum lab right now. Hey guys, welcome back to the Drum Lab. Alright, today we're talking about vocabulary. Vocabulary. And
Class! Wake up!
I gotta go to the can, man.
And I want to say that my vocabulary got way bigger on the drums when I was working with the cruise lines for 10 years. It definitely did. And I rarely got to practice, so that's why I disagree with some of these guys. I didn't get to practice that much, but I was playing with people every day. And I was reading charts every day, and I had to see it on the chart, hear what I thought it should sound like, and then do something I thought would support the chart. And because the charts don't tell you, a lot of times note for note what to play, but they give you the hits. So I had to see it, I had to hear what I wanted to do, and then do it. And that's what gives you fluidity. See it, hear it, do it. Fluidity. Take away the chart if you're just improvising. Hear it, do it. Hear it, do it. How do we get there? That's the secret. So I've got my pad here just to go over this. So this is why I use this book, Syncopation, because 34 to like 38, every 4 bars you have a repeated figure, every 4 bars. So we're just going to take the top line for now, all right? Now if you don't know how to read, email me, send me some money, and I'll teach you 4 lessons. I'm kidding, hold on, I got something, I got a splinter or something, I don't know how I get this stuff. Anyway, 4 lessons, I'll have you reading. Will you be able to read on Broadway after 4 lessons? Sight read a Broadway show? Probably not. But will you have at least an understanding of reading? Yes, you will. To get books like this and work out of them? Yes. Because this is one of those books, folks. This is one of the Drummer's Bible books. This is one of those things that you just need to have. So let's look at that top line. Let's put aside the reading. I want to tell you what it says. That top line is, if I play it just like it's written, is 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 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 So you're saying, hey Gwen, that's kind of easy. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? We're talking about increasing our vocabulary. So, why I like this book is 34 to 38, you have all these figures. Each 4 bars is a different figure. 12 on this page, 12 on this page. But then when we get to page 38, every bar is different. So you can read whatever it is here, 12 times 4, whatever that, is that 48? I guess it's 48. Like a little 48 bar solo, which just keeps giving you more facility so that you can hear it and do it. And this, I think, in some ways will be faster than memorizing A, B, B, A, C, whatever. Now, for some of the things I'm going to show you, and we're going to do this once a month. For some of these things, it's going to require you to really get your doubles down and get some molar happening. But for today, no. For today, no. So what we're going to do with that top line, guys, is we are going to swing them. And what does that mean? So I'm going to change it into a triplet figure, right? A triplet figure. And that means I'm going to make this figure accents out of the triplets, but only either the first or the third. So this 1 and 2 and 3, 4 becomes 1, a 2, a 3, 4. 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 See what I'm doing? Now let's say we add the triplets underneath that, right? 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1, a 3 and a 4. Put a little mustard on that one. You can see, I mean, you could do it just like that on the snare drum and do those accents on the tom-toms. You've got that right there. And you got that for all of this, you know, 4 other pages and then all the other pages. You got that, right? But that's not what I wanted to show you. I can't remember, I threw out that page, but I think letters E and F or something had to do with the cymbal and the snare, kind of doing some very cool little ideas, you know, together like you would do with the hi-hat and the snare, but with the cymbal and the snare, doing little accents and triplet figures, right? Those are all triplet figures. So that's what inspired me for this. So now I'm going to put this on one hand on my cymbal. Right, and we're going to build kind of what that gentleman, I don't want to say his name, because I'm telling you, him and his wife, the kids will be out here, that have the dogs bite me and stuff. So, on one hand, so watch. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it? Now, let's fill in the rest of the triplets with my other hand on the snare. Let's do them like his ghost notes a little bit. I'm going to play traditional. I kind of like, whenever I'm playing cymbal grooves, I kind of like traditional better. And again, don't have a rule with that. Well, I play match. I play match for 2/3 of my gig and 1/3 I play traditional. Just whatever feels comfortable. Whatever's comfortable. So watch. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a... Now let's add my foot. Let's end that on 2 and 4. Let's put a little more mustard on it. See what I'm saying? Now imagine if you just played this all the way down. And the way you should practice it, again, my channel, my job is to teach you how to practice. Not to teach you some lick that I figured out on my own because I've been doing YouTube from 2005, like these gentlemen. And all I did the last 8 hours a day for the last 15 years is do this, right? It's not to teach you these licks I've taught myself. It's to teach you how to make up your own licks. So watch. Watch. Now you can make this a swing thing. Or you can make this a rock thing. You can do it from a beat to a beat, right? Right? Let's make it a more shuffly beat. Get a straight beat. See, as I'm playing it, I'm starting to add little accents, already changing the color on it, changing the color. And to give you more facility, you could go through all this and not stop, right? And you can keep changing that. Let me just change that color a little bit. Right now I did that same figure that was on 34 and I started going back and forth. You can do it on the tom-toms. You get all that kind of stuff available to you. But the point is even not that. It's so that you can see it, hear it, play it. And if you're not reading, hear it, play it. Hear it, play it. Hear it, play it. That is fluidity. That is vocabulary. You think what you want to say to the guy and you say it. You don't go home and practice ABA. All right? I'm not saying that's 100% wrong. I'm saying this is better. So the last thing in this little lesson, I'm trying to do this very quickly because I really like to now stay around 20 minutes or shorter. So we're on page 38. Again, these are, every bar is different and it's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times 4. So 40 bars, all different. But rather than playing this all the way down, which you can do too, you can do that as a solo or something, what I'm going to do is take those first 4 bars. So first let's take the pad, and I'm posting them here. Again, if you can't read this, get with me. Get with me. I'll get you reading. I'll get you reading. So let's just play this the 2 ways. If I did this straight, just those first 4 bars, it's 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4, and 1, 2, 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3. Now they got a bass drum written in there, but I'm not playing that. So now I'm going to swing it. Again, I'm changing everything to the first and the third triplet. So it's 1, a 2, a 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, a 4, a 1, 2, 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, a 3. It's kind of cool. One more time. 1, a 2, a 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, a 4, a 1, 2, 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, a 3. So I'm hearing halftime shuffle on this one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take us out with this. Please support the channel, like and subscribe and all that. I'm going to play us out with this. I'm going to do a halftime shuffle. This is going to be not my usual kind of more solo-y stuff, a halftime shuffle. And I'm going to do this a number of ways. Maybe put it in a beat, still using that kind of idea that we've been doing all lesson, right? But with that, I'm going to throw it in the beat, maybe do it a couple of different ways, and take us out with that. Please like, support, subscribe, the whole bit. We got a lot of good things coming up. See you on the next one. Alright folks, here we are at the last part of this video, and I'm going to do it in a halftime shuffle. I'm doing those first 4 bars of page 38. I'm going to start it out kind of in the beat and be real subtle about it. You know, and I picked 1:35 as my metronome marking because that's what Home at Last is in. It's actually hard because it's a little bit slower than I'm used to doing these things. Anyway, but we're doing that same nugget of the triplets in one hand, that kind of thing, and we're just going to see a couple of different variations. Anyway, see you on the next one. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, Go.